Me and my mom were trying to figure out what to make for dinner, and I saw a video showing how to make chile con chicken instead of garnet or pork, and I thought that was the perfect meal for tonight. So we went to the store and got the ingredients and put it all together. Got some chicken for $12.71, garlic, cilantro, onion, and this big jar of Hatch Valley roasted green chilies. This right here all together ended up being a little bit under $25. We're gonna start by washing our chicken, get all that gunk and junk off of there. If you don't wash your chicken, I don't know what you're doing, but you got to wash your chicken. We're gonna be using some chicken bone broth just for some extra protein. We're gonna need about 4 cups of this, so we have just enough. And then we're going to dice our chicken into square dices. 1-inch size pieces should be good, just like so. Get rid of all that caca and just keep a little bit of fat. I'm going to use some of this fat though to render in some oil and get some extra fat in there. I'm going to put a little bit of this chicken bouillon in the chicken. Just to give it a little bit of flavor, but most of the flavor is going to come from the chili anyway. And I'm going to put some salt at the end, and then I'm going to add some flour. I do suggest putting a little bit more flour than I did here to thicken it up a little bit more. Maybe 1 more spoonful will be enough. So I'm just going to coat all the chicken in that flour and chicken bouillon, mix it all thoroughly. Work it in there, and then I'm gonna add it to the hot oil. It's not super hot, but it is hot enough. I didn't want to burn myself. It's about, well, turn it up to a medium heat. Spread that out in one even layer, and we're just gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna go ahead and fish that piece of fat out of there because I don't want it to get lost later. So I'm just grabbing that out. Dispose of that. My mom doesn't have a blender, but she has this little blending cup, so I'm going to do this in 2 parts. I added some of the chili from the jar, some cilantro, and some of the chicken bone broth. I'm going to go ahead and blend this in 2 different parts and then combine it all together. This is the second part, and on the second part I'm going to go ahead and add the garlic. My mom is adding it for me while I record. And most of the bone broth. You could just use chicken broth as well. Alright, I'm gonna flip this chicken. It's already browned on one side. I'm just gonna go ahead and start browning the other side. Time to add that onion, chopped and diced. And then here's all the sauce together, both cups of blended ingredients. And I'm going to add a lot of cumin to the top layer of this. Cumin is going to give it that flavor it needs. Don't skip out on the cumin. This is at least like 2 tablespoons. Just giving it a nice stir here. We're still at a medium heat. We want the chicken to cook through most of the way. And then I'm going to go ahead and add the sauce. Ooh, barely made it to the brim right there. There's going to be enough food for dinner and breakfast. Going to put some eggs with this in the morning. It's going to be so good. Give this a little stir, and we're gonna let this cook for a little bit. If only you can smell it. It has so many wonderful flavors and a little bit of spice. This is not going to be spicy at all. If you want a little bit of spice, when you blend it up, the chili, you want to blend up a jalapeno or serrano if you like it extra spicy. My mom doesn't like spicy, so I didn't do that. We're going to turn this to high, let it come to a full boil, which is about a couple minutes. Then turn it down to medium low and we're gonna let it simmer for about 20 minutes. And don't touch it, don't open the lid, let it do its thing. And in the meantime, make some beans, make some rice, whatever it is you like. I'm gonna go ahead and take out my frustration from the week and just smash these beans up and get some refried beans going. That way we have that on the side. And this is the finished product right here. You could add some cheese at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and salt this with some coarse kosher salt. And you just need to put as much as you like. And at this point you can even add some dry New Mexico chili powder if you want to, you know, kick up the flavor. I did do that off camera. I'm going to leave the lid off for like 10 minutes and let the steam come off of that so it can thicken up. And this is what the end result will look like. You could plate it up, serve it up in a bowl, plate, whatever you like, and serve it with tortillas. You can do corn, flour, and whatever toppings you like, cheese, sour cream, or just like this. It's really good in the morning. You can serve a fried egg on top, or juicy egg as we call it over here, if you like it a little runny. But yeah, it ends up being a really great breakfast as well. We made so much of it for just $25. We definitely will get at least 10 servings out of this batch here, so it does go a long way. Alright everybody, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please leave it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments if you plan on making this or if this is a dish that you enjoy, and give me some feedback. Alright, I will chat with you guys on the next one.